race fans, tonight the final race here, and whoop, that did not, why did that not adjust here? Already some issues here tonight. Ow. Yeah, we'll get it right in a minute. Hang on, I don't know why that didn't export properly. All right, here we go. Now we got it set. The Rick Motec Cup Series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Season 13, Round 10, the regular season finale here at Las Vegas. Yes, all 4 days have been at this track. And it's been some awesome racing throughout the week and even some action in Monday and Tuesday's race. We had some last night as well. And then, of course, we had one caution last night, and then it got separated again. And we're looking at about right now 16 drivers into the facility here this evening, but I'm joined, of course, by my good friend James Shane Wolf here tonight. James, glad to have you back after forgetting for 2 weeks.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, this whole broadcasting thing's new to me, man. I got a reminder set up now, and I'll be here.
All right. Well, James, of course, you know, the finale, you know, everything's on the line right here for these drivers that, you know, are trying to make it into the top 12. And before, of course, we get to the points here, we're going to get down here to the pre-race analytics, you know, try to talk about the track. We got a little bit of a wind, 1-2 miles an hour, air temp of 65, a track temp of 69. It'll transition tonight as well. 167 laps they're going to be pulling here tonight, 250.5 miles. They get a total of 5 sets. The set they start with, 4 in the pits. We'll come back to that here in a little bit. Fuel window, 38 to 44 laps, James. About what it was last night in the Xfinity Series. I don't know what it would come down to. Would be fuel or tires, or maybe both. I guess it just depends if they do have a caution or two here.
Yeah, I know Monday night in the ARCA cars, tires played a big role, but they last. You know, that they do fall off. You will see a lot of fall off, but the fall off is manageable here at Vegas. I think a lot of it's going to be based on fuel. You can save a lap or two. You'll have a lap or two fresher tires for the next run, and it's going to help you tremendously. Oh,
yeah, definitely. Now, I know we're coming down to less than 4 minutes here, so what we're going to do is, instead of going through the points right now, we're only going to go through the top 15 in points. And the reason being is because, you know, no offense to 16 through 20. I do respect those drivers a lot, but mathematically, they are out of contention for the chase. Now, that's not saying they can't go in and race in the chase, and we'll go through those drivers as well. But we are going to go ahead and kind of I want to go through who is, you know, fighting to get in, James. I believe that would be the most important thing to go through. Like I said, no offense to those drivers that unfortunately are not going to be able to make it in the chase.
Yeah, within that top 15, man, it's a tight points battle. It's anybody's game. It's up for grabs. It's going to be interesting to see the way this plays out.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now, of course, we've got some people in chat here. We got Maria, Dennis, Brendan is already out there. Of course, we got the poll out there as well. So, out of those 4 choices, vote who will win it here tonight. We're going to go ahead and step away and play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. And when we come back, qualifying will be underway, and we will get to those point standings coming into tonight. Hang tight, folks. We'll be right back.
Can you see hanging in, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the frame? You're the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to invade the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the frame? In the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Max Speed TV.
Alrighty, folks, we're back live here on MaxspeedTV. Qualified, of course, is underway here tonight. Times are starting to roll in. Right now, Rob Haynes up at the top spot here in that Northern Capital Samson Motorsports Machine 99 here. But let's get down here. I know they're qualifying, but let's get down here to the points here real quick coming into tonight. Now, GT Hawkins is mathematically locked into this, plus 68 ahead of 13th. So he is going to be automatically into the chase. Unless he gets some massive penalty points, which I don't see that happening. But he is up in the top spot here, 376. David Weishart mathematically into it, plus 48. He is 20 back behind GT. Brendan L. Book is plus 43. Really, all he needs is just a decent, good finish, and he'll be good to go. 351 in third, 5 behind David, and 25 behind GT. Garrett D. Gramp, same, plus 40 ahead of 13th. He just needs a good finish, and he'll be good to go. 3 behind Brendan and 28 behind GT Hawkins. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. I know James don't have these stats that I have, but we will go over those. Rob Haynes is plus 25 ahead of 13th. I think he is going to be okay, but still 25 points. That's still not a whole lot of points. He's sitting in 5th. At 333, 15 behind Garrett and 43 behind the leader. Now, Bryce Sidisak is up a spot into 6th, 327, 6 behind Rob, 49 behind the leader. Bryce Sidisak is plus 19 coming into tonight ahead of 13th, and I do not see Bryce here tonight. So we'll just have to wait and see how it works out with the provisionals and everything. I don't have that either, so we'll have to wait and see how that works out. Now, Justin Michael is coming into tonight, up 3 spots into 7th, 325. He is 2 points behind Bryce and 51 behind the leader. Justin Michael is plus 17 above David Elliott in 13th. James? James?
Yes, sir. You got Mike Rominger right there behind him in the 8th spot, followed by Jacob Manning and Michael Thwaites rounding out the top 10. Those guys are pretty close to the cutoff line, so they're going to have a halfway decent run here tonight to make it in, or hope the other guys don't. Then you got Garrett Heath and Tyler Holman rounding out the top 12 there, currently locked into the chase. David Elliott is the first man out. I believe, 4 points behind Tyler Holman and Garrett Heath, as they are tied. So is Michael Thwaites. No, they are not tied. Okay. So you got David Elliott, Christian DeBoer, and John Sterling. It's all within striking distance of making this chase. So they're all looking to have halfway decent runs tonight. I know Michael, Garrett, and Tyler don't have a lot of breathing room, so they're coming in here, muscles tensed up, tight, and a lot of pressure on their shoulders to make it into this chase in this final race before it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Going through the points, everybody can see, the first number is behind the driver ahead of them. The second number is the driver to the leader. So, but I'm going to go, I don't have my papers really in front of me here. And so you got, like I said, you got Rob Haynes there in 5th, plus 25 ahead of 13th. You got Bryce Sinisak plus 19th ahead of 13th. Justin Michael plus 17th ahead of 13th. Got Mike Rominger plus 11 in 8th ahead of 13th. Jacob Manning plus 7 in 9th ahead of 13th. Michael Thwaites plus 6. Garrett Heath in 11th plus 5. And Tyler Holman plus 4. And then you look at David Elliott, Christian DeBoer, plus 4 or minus 4, minus 7. That is to 12th. You look at John Sterling. John Sterling could still make it. He is only 21 points behind Tyler Holman. What John is hoping for is Christian DeBoer, David Elliott, and somebody up there in the 12th through, I would say, 9th position have a bad night. And for him to kind of squeak in. Now, like I said, James, we don't know how, the provisionals. They get 2 provisionals. So I don't know exactly how that's going to transition into this whole mess of things. And even saying that, you look back at 16th, 17th, all the way to 20th, Jacob Bell, Justin Rideout, Scott Randler, Chase Johnson, Paul Henley, even mathematically saying that they're out of it, what's the provisional going to do?
Yeah, it depends, man. For example, with Bryce not being here tonight, if he's already used his 2 provisionals, he's going to get 0 points. And with us not having a big field, I don't know how they do it. I haven't had to use a provisional yet, but if he gets last place points for this race and it being such a small field, we don't have a full field of cars here tonight. So if it's last place according to the amount of cars that start or last place according to the amount of cars that are registered for the league, I'm not sure. But it's not going to hurt him as bad missing tonight as it would on a night with a full field. So it's definitely going to shake things up.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right. Well, they are in the drivers' meeting here, and I know we're talking about points here tonight, but we've got team points to go down here. We're going to be talking about these points all night long. Congratulations to Brendan L. Book grabbing the pole out here tonight, but let's get to these team points here real quick. Coming into this evening, and yeah, I'm seeing chat here. We'll get to that here in just a second. I am going to go over the overall team points here tonight. We'll let James Shane Wolf here go over the Cup Series team points, but the overall team points, GT Motorsports up at the top spot, 39.46. Sampson in second, 36.83. Prime Time in third at 36.50. JW Racing in fourth, 33.66. And Jacob Bell Racing in fifth at 3,005. Now going down here to the Cup Series points. James, I believe you have those.
Yes, Samson Motorsports is leading team points in Cups with 1349. GT Motorsports a close second at 1343, only a few points back. We got Primetime in third at 1,268 points. JW Racing fourth with 1,120. And then Jacob Bell Racing rounding out the top five with 1,003 points.
All right, now, of course, that is the Cup Series. Now, each series has its own champion, team champion, but then there's that overall championship where I don't know if each individual driver for that team gets a trophy, or I'd say I don't know how that works, but I know they do get something. I guess we'll find out who the team champion is after round 5 of the Cup Series for the chase. The fifth race, once everything is tallied and done, that's where that overall team championship is going to come into play.
Oh, yeah. I wish I could comment on that, man. I haven't won a championship over here yet, so I'm still looking to get one. Looking to find out what the winners get.
All right. Well, Brendan Elbook is our pole sitter here tonight. Let's get to our shout-outs here real quick. Of course, our admins here tonight for the Cup Series is Ed Morris, Patrick Moore, and Sean Corcoran. Sean. Those are our 3 admins. I did see Ed Morris up there, so big shout-out to Ed for adminning the Cup Series this season. A big shout-out to him. Big shout out to Frank Rico and the team over there at Rick Motec. They do a lot of stuff here for Extreme and iRacing itself. So big shout out to Rick Motec. If you're in the market for a wheel, a button box, whatever the case may be concerning, racing, hit them up on Facebook at facebook.com/RickMotec or on their website at www.rickmotec.com. Check out all their products. You got a question, they probably got an answer. You've got an idea, they could probably build it. I don't have any of their products, but I have seen them. So I heard they're awesome products out there. And a big shout out to, of course, James Shane Wolf for not forgetting here tonight and joining me up here in the booth. I'm going to give you a hard time all night long about that, James. So a big shout out to the birthday boy from what I'm seeing here. So happy birthday, James, as well. We'll go ahead and get that out of the way. And thank you all the fans out there each and every week and day for coming in here and enjoying some great racing. We do appreciate it. Not only myself for MaxspeedTV and my co-commentators such as James here tonight, but everybody at MaxspeedTV, the drivers, the owners, the sponsors, I'm sure they appreciate it as well. So big shout out to all of y'all. If y'all's new, smash the like button. Share it, get it out there, social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, MySpace, LinkedIn, whatever the case may be. Let's get people out here watching to enjoy some iRacing and some great racing that I think we're going to see here tonight. The only issue, James, and we're going to go ahead and get to that now, that I see with, so little of a field is separation. And we seen it last night in the Xfinity. I believe it's going to be probably that same tonight.
Yeah, see, looking at these qualifying times, and with my experience here on Monday night, we got pretty separated on Monday, but our qualifying times weren't as close as they are tonight. There's only 2/10 separating first and last. So, I mean, this is a tight field. They're right on top of each other lap time wise. So we'll see who's going to be able to save tires better than the next guy. Honestly, I have a feeling that's what it's going to come down to. Early on, you're going to see a lot of guys backing up, I'm sure, losing a couple spots and trying to get them back later in the run. And then you're going to see guys that are trying to push forward before the tires do fall off. So there's going to be different strategies that come into play tonight. But it's definitely a tight field speed-wise. So I don't think the separation is going to be as big of a factor as we have seen throughout the week.
Well, and I'm saying separation, maybe not early on, but you got to think of green flag pit stops. Everybody's got their own strategy. That's where I'm really going to get to that separation type deal. Now, if all 16 drivers decided to come down pit road at the exact same time, yeah, we're going to have a busy pit road, but everybody's going to possibility be stacked up together. I don't see that happening.
No. If they all pit at the same time, it'd be like a Waffle House plate, man. It'd be stacked, smothered, and covered. You'd have everything going on all at once.
Well, Brendan L. Book grabbing the pole out here tonight. Yeah, we can see the qualifying times there, 30.020. The 87, I believe that's Justin Michael with a 30.034. I mean, like you said, it is really close between really everybody. But really, I would say the top. Well, I mean, if you go with the top 9, you got it. Or if you go with all the way down there to the number 9. Mike Rominger, you got to add in everybody else too, because each driver is, barely ahead of the other.
Yeah, it's less than a tenth separating the top 11, less than 2/10 separating all 17 cars. So it's going to be an interesting race. I'm excited for it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, well, it looks like the driver's meeting is done. We're going to go ahead and get Brendan Book up here for his pole sitting interview here tonight. Brendan, got a copy. Let's not start this again. Brendan, do you have a copy? We had issues last night with people not talking.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get Brendan back down there. He might not be at his PC right now, so we'll go ahead and go with the 87 here of Justin Michael here. Now, Justin Michael is currently running in 7th in the points, so let's go and get him up here. Michael, got a copy? Justin Michael, do you have a copy? Does nobody want to talk? I mean, I'm 0 for 2 right now.
0 for 2.
Wow. All right, well, let's go ahead and get him back down here. Let's see if we can drag Brendan back up here real quick. Brendan, do you have a copy? Oh, my good Lord. I think they're doing this on purpose. All right, well, let's go ahead and get Mr. John Sterling up here, see if John's got a copy. John, do you have a copy?
Yes, I'm right here.
All right, well, I'm 0 for 2, so, your teammate didn't even have a copy, and he got the pole, so, you're going to have to slap him a few for me. But coming into tonight, bud, 15th in the points, 21 back behind Tyler Hallman. We talked about it earlier. A lot of ground to make up with a small field, bud. I mean, what do you, at this point right now, what do you really got to do?
Hope and pray.
Hope and pray. Do you think it's really going to come down to you winning this at this point?
Yeah, I'm gonna need like all the bonus points possible, and the 2 guys that I'm chasing, I believe it's Elliott, and I can't remember the other person. Just gotta hope they have like, I think it's Elliott and Hallman. I just have to hope that they have pretty bad races, but it's literally like everything has to fall in place.
Well, you got DeBoer right up ahead of you. So you're not only chasing DeBoer, but you're chasing Elliott and Hallman as well. Hallman right there in 12th. So just give you an idea.
Yeah.
All right, John. Well, you qualified in, let me see here. Where did you qualify? They're in that number 8. 8th?
Yeah, I qualified 16th actually. I thought it was a good lap until like the late runners came in, and then all of a sudden it started falling back. So.
Oh. Okay then. Ouch.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see it now. Yeah. That right back there. Oh man. Oh man. All right. Well, you got some ground to make up in the race, bud. But we're gonna let you get back to it. Get the pole sitter up here, man. Good luck.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yep. Good luck. All right. Well, let's get him up here. Our pole sitter. Got to interview the pole sitter here tonight. Brendan, do you have a copy now?
I got you.
All right, he's back.
Back from the
sorry
bathroom.
about that.
All right, well, Brendan, you're grabbing the pole out here tonight, but I think you're plus 43 ahead of 13th. All you really need is a good finish. I think you'll be good to go, bud. Pretty good gap there, but man, Las Vegas round 10. What's your thoughts here tonight, man?
Yeah, I mean, first, as far as the playoffs go, I think if I just start the race and don't get a million incident points, I think I'm pretty much locked in already. But yeah, Vegas, just the pole. I'm really glad I got the pole first, cut pole. At one probably my favorite mile and a half track. So I was glad to see that. And then I feel like the first 15 to 20 laps are going to be a lot of drafting, so it's going to be tight quarters racing, I think, and then you'll start to see guys pull away and some drop back depending on how they were, driving their car. Um, so I'm really curious. We only have 17 people, so I mean, I feel like we'll go green like every other race that we do, but I don't know. It's a really tight track, and as far as how tight the pack is, so we'll see what happens.
We must have grabbed one after the fact. I only seen 16, so must have came in a little late.
Yeah, I think it was Mike Romager. I think he connected pretty late in the session.
Okay, so that was probably right before practice ended then. So, all right, well, James, real quick, you got anything for Brendan here tonight? Coming down to 30 seconds.
Yes, sir. What's your strategy going into the night's race? Are you going to go for the win, or are you just going to play conservative and, like you said, not get any incidents and just make the chase?
He's going to wreck GT.
I definitely don't want to wreck anybody. Don't want to make enemies, whether it's a teammate or another driver that's going to be in the playoffs. Because they could screw me over in the next 5 races. I mean, obviously, I'm going to go for the win, 100%. I had nothing really to lose, so if I wreck, I wreck. I mean, worse, I'll finish the 17th and maybe get like a 4x or 8x somewhere in there if I do wreck pretty hard. So I won't lose too many points being like, I think I'm 43 up or something, but definitely going to go hard. Strategy-wise, I mean, I think it's pretty simple. Fuel and all that, it's not that the fuel window is pretty much perfect for how this race goes. No one can really, I think everyone can easily play the same strategy. It just depends on when you actually do pit.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck to you tonight, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good luck, Brendan. Yep. All right. Well, now it's grid time, boy. That did not take long. We took up that whole time. Well, here we go, bud. The MaxspeedTV starting grid here tonight. Brendan Elbook grabbing the pole with a 30.020. Congratulations to Brendan on pole. Justin Michael going to start on the outside of him in second. David Weishart in third. Rob Haynes fourth. GT Hawkins in fifth. Tyler Hallman in sixth. Garrett D. Grant in seventh. And Chase Johnson going to round us out here in eighth. Finish us out, James. Ninth all the way to 17th.
Mike Romager is going to end up 9th with Jacob Manning in the 1-car 10th. You got Justin Rideout in 11th. Michael Waits in the 12-car qualifying in 12th. David Elliott, number 42, primetime car, is going to be rolling off 13th. 14th, you'll have Garrett Heath. 15th, Christian DeBoer. Don Sterling is going to bring it 16th to the starting grid, and Timothy Zayas is going to ride out 17th, starting shot on the field here, see if he can work his way up.
All right, 17 drivers here for the Rick Motec Cup Series, round number 10, the regular season finale here tonight. This is not it. We still got 5 more races.
Oh yeah, it's still a pretty good long ways to go, and you gotta watch who you anger tonight, who you race hard, because the next 5 weeks can be rough on you if you get the wrong guy upset at you.
Oh yeah, definitely. A repeat, 1975 says, happy birthday, James. Well, you're getting a lot of happy birthdays out there here.
Appreciate it, Pete.
Luke G, go get it, Rob. All right, we'll look at the poll here, but we are in the middle of 3 and 4. Pull those belts tight. One more time. Let me blow out James's eardrums here tonight early on. Pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road, and it'll be in Brendan's hands once all 4 tires of that pace car are below that white line. Pace car is off. What is Brendan gonna do? He is gonna jump it. Here we go. Green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Racing tonight at Las Vegas. And look at the 3 Northern Capital cars right there together.
Oh yeah, Samson Motorsports definitely all angled up, put together. You can say that about them. They don't give anybody better equipment than the next guy. They're all even.
Already watching here, Rob Haynes right there with them. Well, Garrett Grant, too, is right there. Ooh, GT blinking out a little bit there. We got 4 Northern Capital guys in a battle for the lead already. David Weishart grabs the first lap. All right. Well, they say the first 15, 20 laps is going to be nothing but drafting and pack racing, James, and we're already seeing these guys try to get as many positions as they can, but I'm seeing a couple of guys run that mid to high line and saving tires early, maybe?
Oh yeah, saving tires, and I know in the ARC cars here, it was pretty hairy on the bottom. The track's pretty bumpy, especially through 1 and 2. So I haven't driven a cup car around here in a long time, but I don't know how free or how tight they are. If they're nice and snug, whatever, they could very well be doing that to try and keep the car under them the first couple laps.
Seeing Brendan Cook take back over second away from the 52 of Mr. Tyler Allman. Tyler, he is right there on the bubble. All
Yeah,
four
Tyler's
Sampson.
looking to have a good run tonight.
Yes, he is. GT Hawkins, of course, winning it last night in the RB Custom Rigs Xfinity Series. He is looking to sweep Las Vegas here tonight in the Rick Motec Cup Series, but we got 167 laps. That's quite a few laps.
Oh yeah. Definitely got time to get up there though.
Yep, seeing some battling back here with Chase Johnson in the 27. And I believe Darren Bruce also runs the 27. So if my number correction is the same. Just going off of the past series here. So
you got Brooke looking to the inside of Weishart for the lead.
yeah, there he goes.
Weishart battling back on the outside though. I thought he was going to give it to him.
David, give Brendan the lead. No. Now, if David's tires were wore out, I don't think he'd fight him, but we're only on lap 6. So,
Oh, yeah.
thing David's got to watch is those burning this stuff up. You know, fighting that number 5. Here comes the 14 of GT Hawkins.
Yeah, the 5 has some help from the 14 there. His teammate, Team Motorsports car is looking strong. David needs to get one of them Samson Northern Capital machines in behind him.
You've got
GTM on the
GTM.
outside.
Door to door. Oh, GT blinked out. 33 goes sideways.
Awesome.
Oh! Major net code and 3-4 wide back here. No! Oh, no!
Christian DeBoer.
Oh.
Of course, David Weishart. John Sterling caught up in that. A lot of torn up race cars there.
Oh, well, we're going to get up to it here with David Weishart. 14 now. Did the 14 blink on your end?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it wasn't just me. All right, well, the 14 blinked, come back, and blam, the 33 just loses it. That's net coding right there. It's got to be. Now, we're going to see 3 wide here. Now, David is going to fall back, way back, and then right here is a stack up. Here comes the 3 right in the middle. You got the 9 right there, and then it looks like the 3 and the 9 make contact. 3 goes around, 33 goes for a ride, 9 goes into the wall, 3 goes into the wall, and then net code there between the 3 and the 56. Blam, 56 goes up into the outside wall as well. Oh my gosh.
And that's a rough half a lap right there for David.
I believe that, James. It's not the first time I've seen that happen. I mean, I've seen it happen and maybe 2 cars get involved. But that's the first time I've seen that many drivers get involved. William Martin out there in chat. Yeah, I would be too. Trust me. All right, well, let's get down here to the penalty chart here, because our admins are going to have to really look at this. Now, David, like I said, comes into tonight plus 48 ahead of, 13th, but still, nevertheless, James, I mean, David, he was fast.
Yeah, David was very strong. And I feel for him. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm speechless. I mean, I don't know. I
mean, it happens here on iRacing. That code happens. GT's obviously having some connection issues tonight. You can't fault GT for having connection issues. I mean, he's here to race just like everybody else.
I think they got the penalty down here. Lap number 8 at fault will be the 3. Contact with a 9-3 EOL down into the 9, so they're going to rule that back in there where it actually really started. It looked like the 33 did have it straightened out, and everybody else had it straightened out. So it looks like everybody's okay. But yeah, man, oh man. All right, James. Man, oh man, that's something else. And net code, net code does happen. And, I've seen it in, not only in Extreme, but other leagues that I do here. And I've seen it, just watching races. That does happen, even, you can have the best internet in the world out there, and even at times you're still going to have, connectivity issues. And a tough break for the 14 here, too, because, blinking out and then coming back. And the 33 right there, just nowhere to go. And bloop, there he goes right around, gets it straightened back up, and then he just got caught up in some traffic back there. And coming from the advance, like I said, at fault will be the 3. John Sterling, contact with a 9. Looks like we do still have several drivers on pit road. David, Mike, Christian, and John. Pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road. We'll get back green going this time. Brendan Book is going to be on the loud pedal. Good jump by Brendan. GT teammates up here. You got teammates in the 52 and the 99. You got Chase Johnson. You got Jacob Manning. Those two are teammates. You got Michael Thwaites. Got the 23 of Garrett Heath.
Tyler Hallman sliding in a second there with his teammate Rob Haynes right behind him. These team cars are right on top of each other.
3 wide behind them. Oh, buddy. We're going to go 3 wide again at Las Vegas as the 22. Boy, I think that 22, he's going to have to back out of it. Timothy Zayas. 3 wide again, the 87 splitting the center there of Justin Michael.
Oh yeah, these guys are being aggressive on these restarts.
This 3 wide stuff didn't take long.
Not at all. Trying to make up every spot they can while everybody's so much together.
Man. Let's get up here to the 23 of Garrett Heath. He's making some moves here. Rob Haynes on the outside. Got Chase Johnson. Oh, 14.
Jacob Manning looking to get in there as well.
Yes, he is, and that number 1, Jacob Manning, coming into tonight, 9th in the point standing, 7 ahead of 13th. Only 7 ahead of 13th. That is not a lot of points.
Not at all. That is not a whole lot of breathing room. You don't feel too comfortable with that.
Well, I wouldn't feel comfortable even with a 25-point lead, but that's just me.
Yeah, you definitely want to come to these races locked in. That's the only, like David, I'm sure he's upset that he's pretty much out of contention, but it's not going to hurt to do that with a real sitting point.
Well, David Weishart, speaking of David, he is back out onto the racetrack. Heavy nose damage on that 33 machine. He just needs to finish the race. I think he'll be okay. I really do. Plus 48. Of course, like I said, you have those provisionals as well. So, if he hasn't used a provisional, I think they still use for your worst race or something like that. I don't know exactly how that works. But good Lord, this 3 wide, they need to calm this 3 wide stuff down. I know this is the top tier, James, for extreme, but this 3 wide stuff can either, more than likely, it's going to break you.
Yeah, it's.
And here we go again. Back here, 3 wide.
Yeah, and these guys are getting these big runs, and honestly, Josh, I don't fault them for it. It's either a lot of the racing in these cup cars with this package is about momentum. So if they get out of it, try and just fall back in behind a guy, it's going to take them a lap or 2 to be able to try and make a pass and get a run. So I think these guys are taking advantage of the runs as they can. Otherwise, it's going to hurt them. So everybody's giving everything they got right now.
I think at this point for some drivers, it's give all and take none.
Oh yeah, especially with how tight the points are. You know, these guys, you can see desperate times call for desperate measures, and these guys are definitely throwing it in there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, we're seeing Brendan Book. I mean, they're still packed up together. I mean, there's no separation at this point. They are right there together. And they're still side by side throughout the field. Now, Brendan Book is up front, but you got GT, Tyler, Garrett, Rob, Jacob, Timothy Zayas in the mix here, Justin Michael, if I can get to him, Justin Rideout, Michael Thwaites. I mean, they're all right here together. Even going back here to the last person in this pack, David Elliott. I mean, he's still right there. Mm-hmm. So that just goes to show you how big of a punch that rear spoiler, opens up the air. I mean, you can just drive that car right up to him.
Oh, yeah. And I'll tell you what, I like the position that Brendan Book's in right now, not just because he's the leader, but because he's single file. He doesn't have anybody to his inside, anybody to his outside, so he's able to drive where he wants to, and maybe able to conserve a little bit of tire doing that.
He's got what they call clean air. He doesn't have any dirty air ahead of him.
Sir.
All right, Tyler Hallman there in second. Finally got around to get up there. Now, before they race back behind Tyler and Brendan, you know, the further Brendan and Tyler's going to get ahead of them. But that caution, I mean, everybody's pretty much still on the same tire strategy, except for Justin Rideout, I believe. Justin did come down pit road with a 14.9 second stop. He's only been out here 11 laps. So I don't know if he took tires. Maybe he took 2. I don't know.
I think he may have gotten a little bit of net code with that wreck. I think he may have just fixed some damage. I'm not sure if he took tires or not, though, Josh.
Okay, yeah. See, I don't know that either. It does have a Q tire and tire in ATVO, but it's not really showing me anything. So I don't know that either.
The top 4 got everything worked out next single file.
For now,
yep. Watch, you can see how big of a run that Tyler Hallman gets down the straightaway. Like you said earlier, about how big of a hole these cars punch in the air with the big spoilers on them.
Oh, check that 52.
Different.
They might need to check that 52 here, and I think at this point they might need to check the 23, the 14. Oh, just check everybody. You just go ahead, just pull everybody down, throw the red flag, throw everybody down, check everybody's cars, and try to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, these guys are definitely starting to separate themselves from the pack.
Get back here. Go ahead.
Running side by side, running single file. See how much more speed's running single file than having somebody to your inside.
I'm back here with Garrett Grant here. Now that is Garrett D. Grant, but right here it's Garrett Grant. Same person, just no middle name. We've got Rob Haynes right there with him. The 8 of Rideout, 12 of Thwaites, 27 of Chase Johnson. I want to say Darren Bruce for some reason. I think it's the number. David Elliott. Now looks like Chase Johnson is looking to the inside of the 12. Oh, Chase got a little bit tight there, almost to that left rear of Michael Thwaites. Now they are all coming around John Sterling here. John, 8 laps down. Got popped for that penalty there on lap 8. And, of course, he had heavy damage as well. Now he is back out onto the track. Everybody is back out here racing, though. Everybody is, you know, nobody's taking it behind the wall. Everybody's back out here. Mike is out here. Of course, David, John, DeBoer, all out here on the track. Now it's going to be coming down to lap traffic, basically.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, we talked about it 3 laps ago, how the front 4 were separating themselves from the pack. Well, you see the pack, they got back single file and caught right back up to those guys. The draft is playing a bigger role in this race than I thought it was going to.
Oh, yeah, me too. I thought oh, man, they're just getting tight, though. I think at this point right now they're having to lift.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're 28 laps into this race. Even though we had that one caution, these tires now starting to play a little bit of a role in the way this race is. However, the draft is draft is there, and this is not the next gen car. This is the now gen car.
Yep, we're running current gen. I don't know what the plan is for next season, if they're going to go to the next gen along with NASCAR. But these current gen cars and this package right now, it's draft, man. They have a lot of downforce and a bunch of big hole in the air. So clean air makes a difference for sure. I mean, when you're in dirty air, you tend to get light behind somebody, but you can really stuff right up to their back bumper and get up behind them.
3 wide back here. We missed it, but good Lord. Justin Michaels' name's not showing up, but my Lord. Mayo
Yeah, they were
mayonnaise
spikes coming out of 4 there.
They are stacked up back here, though, and they are getting wild. I don't know why they're getting this wild. Maybe it's just because trying to keep the momentum up, as you're saying, these cars are all about momentum. Maybe trying to keep that momentum.
Yeah, for sure. These guys are, if they're having to get out of the throttle at the beginning of the corner, you want to get back into it as quick as you can and stay in it for as long as you can. So any other times that they have to lift, as you can see, on the helmet and ride out right there.
Yeah.
Getting together.
Now we're on Justin right out. They went 3 wide there, getting around. I believe that was the 9 of Mike Rominger. Yes, it was. And you know, with that with that caution, you know, they're able to save a couple of laps. So that 38 to 44 laps that I had there in the fuel laps, that might at this point go, you know, maybe 45, 46 laps roughly, save a couple of laps. But still, nevertheless, 38 to 44, 38 to 46, whatever the case may be, that's where you got to watch for that separation. You know, who comes down when, you know, how many comes down at the same time. And
yeah, if I was in this race right now, Josh, I'd be sitting with my teammates.
And I would come down with them, you know, you know, to communication right now.
Yep. With how big of a role the draft is playing into this, you're definitely not going to want to pit by yourself.
Now, you've drove the Cup cars before, am I correct, James?
Yes, sir. You
have drove these, so you know how the Cup cars do react, but you don't drive it in XM. You're not up there to this series quite yet. Now, if you was out here racing with these guys, at this point, 34 laps in, we'll just call it right now, where would you really want to be at as a driver, say maybe, you know, say fighting for, you know, a chance to get into the chase? Where would you be? Yeah, we're watching a battle here side by side, but where would you want to be?
Definitely inside the top 5. I was kind of in the situation, I was in this situation on Monday night in the Arctic Series. I went into the race 12th in points. It was going to be the last car to make it. And my whole game plan was to run clean and stay inside the top 5. I felt if you're in the top 5, you're kind of away from the guys that are making moves out of desperation, and a lot of times that cause issues in doing so. So if you're inside the top 5, you're racing usually with a group of guys that, you know, tend to race a little bit smarter, not do any drastic moves or anything crazy. So that's where I'd want to be running. I know Tyler Holman, he's on the cutoff. He was running up there with those guys. He got shuffled back a little bit. Maybe used his stuff up a little too soon, but basically the same game plan Tyler Holman has. You know, just running up front, running clean, and staying towards the front half of the back.
But looking at it here, it looks like mostly now, you know, getting to that single file action. We've got some action up front here with Jacob Manning and GT. Jacob Manning from 10th battling it here. He is going to overtake that second spot from GT, but he hasn't technically completed it yet as the 14 drives to the outside. Got a battle behind him there, too, a little bit further back. That is Rob Haynes and Justin Rideout. Rideout's just going to ride it out to the inside there. Oh, I love picking on Rideout. I don't know why. Garrett Heath coming to the one of that Jacob Manning. Jacob falling back to third, fourth right now. Oh, door to door. Oh, contact was made. Oh.
I'd say they're starting to get tight.
Yeah, I would too. Now the 24 of Garrett Grant is right behind the one. The 87 of the 23, Justin Michael, Garrett Heath, Tyler Hallman. Speaking of Tyler, is right there. Now we are within that window to pit. 38 to 44, 38 to 46 is what I'm going to call it here.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's been saving fuel.
I don't see anybody short pitting here. Not this early in the race. Maybe the next pit stop we'll see a couple guys come in a couple laps early. I think everybody's going to be trying to run it out right now.
You got Garrett Heath back here in the 23 battling the 12. 12 going to make it past the outside. The 8 on the outside. Now Justin Rideout. Justin, unfortunately, mathematically, now this does not include the provisionals or drop weeks, same thing. Mathematically, Justin Rideout is out of it. Negative 61 behind Tyler Hallman. And now that's not saying that provisionals would, you know, kind of help him, but you only get 2. So if he hasn't used any, I mean, could that help? I mean, I doubt it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Josh, honestly. Like I said, I haven't had to use a provisional. I'm not sure exactly how they work.
Well, I know the provisionals work is, you know, if you have to use a provisional, they base it off of however many drivers are in the race. So if you miss a race, say we have 20 drivers, you're going to automatically receive the last place point. Automatically. That's what you get. But you only get 2 of those. So if you have one, say we have a 43 car field, and you miss that field, you're going to receive 43rd or whatever. If we have if you miss 2 races where we have, you know, say 16 drivers, as we're potentially going to see another 3 wide here on the front stretch, the 99.56 backed it off there. Christian DeBoer, he wanted no part of that, being 3 laps down. He's like, no, thank you. Say you have a couple of races, you have 20 drivers, and then you have 25 drivers, and you miss both of those. That's not a huge car count, you know, and you're going to receive those last place points. I don't foresee how that's going to help. You know, whoa, what happened back here? 23 of Garrett Heath backing way off. I think there might have been some contact there. Got a little tight, maybe.
Yeah, I feel for Garrett too. You know, he got tight a little bit there at the start, and you can see he broke momentum, or not at the start, but racing there on the inside of I believe that was.
Oh no! Garrett got clipped coming down pit road. We got a caution. Oh no!
David Elliott, one that hit him.
Oh! All right. Well, we caught that live here on MaxspeedTV, so we gotta look at it. Now David Elliott, the 42, is right behind him. We'll see here. Now, did Garrett call it out? I don't know. I don't know how that rule states, calling it out, come down pit road or whatever. That is not me. But right there it was. 42, that left of front to the right rear spun that 23 around. David Elliott in the 56 making a little bit of contact there too, but ouch. That is going to hurt.
Oh yeah, that definitely adds insult to injury there for Garrett Heath. I mean, running up front, making one little mistake and lost all that track position. Now he has damage. It seems like the way the trends have been tonight, one little mishap really is hurting these guys in the long run. As we look at, Garrett Heath right there getting mixed up with David Elliott, and then you got earlier in the race with David Weishart and GT Hawkins neck coding together, and then you've seen what happened to Weishart. So, I mean, you definitely want to keep it clean. It seems like any break of momentum, you're in for a rough ride.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, we're going to wait for the penalty chart here tonight from our admins, Ed Morris and Sean Corcoran here. I've called him Corcoran for years, but I actually know it's Corcoran. So, do apologize, Sean. I know you forgive me. You don't, I don't care. But it looks like everybody is going to be coming down pit road here. For the most part, looks like Brennan Book. Okay, those that did not come down are coming down now. So Brennan Book back up front. Jacob Manning there in second. GT in third. Garrett Grant fourth. Tyler Hallman in fifth. Michael Thwaites in sixth. Rob Haynes in seventh. Justin Rideout in eighth. Timothy Zayas ninth. And I'm seeing David Elliott right now in 10th. But it looks like at fault, lap 44 will be the 42 of David Elliott. So he's going to get the EOL here tonight. Contact with a 23. Of course, we've seen that live here as the 23 was starting to come down pit road. David just clipped him there. So he will receive that EOL here tonight. But I think it's about time we bring somebody up. Who do we bring up, James?
I'm not sure, buddy. They're 2 to green right now, so we don't have a whole lot of time. Let's bring up Tyler Hallman. Outside looking
Tyler Hallman, yeah. We know where he's at. So that's obvious. All right, well, let's get him up here. I don't want to jinx him, so I'm gonna let you talk to him. Go ahead, James.
Tyler, James in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I hear you guys.
All right. Outside looking at, on the borderline for the chase tonight. I know you guys are running green. I ain't going to keep you long. See you running up front there. What's your strategy from here on out, buddy?
Yeah, I really wanted to see what I had for if it came down to it at the end of the race. I really pushed it there early. I figured we might get one. It ended up working out for me now, so now we're neutralized, the same tires here, and I know not to necessarily push it just as hard as I did, and see what I can do to maintain just running up front here. I'm going to do everything I can to just stay up front. We like running here at Vegas, Samson Motorsports, and we got good setups on the cars. You see my buddy Garrett's up here too, and Rob's right behind me. David had that unfortunate contact earlier, but he'll work his way back up eventually, hopefully. But yeah, man, we're going to try and do everything we can to just maximize points tonight, and so far so good.
Awesome, man. Well, good luck to you. Have a good restart here, get through the gears, and we'll hope to talk to you at the end of the race, buddy.
10-4.
Good luck, Tyler.
Thanks, Josh.
All right, we'll get him back down there to Samson. All right, well, 83 and a half laps is going to be our halfway mark here tonight. Of course, that's when that poll will end here this evening. And we do have 4 different teams out there, 4 different drivers. We got Rob Haynes, Brendan L. Book, David Elliott, Justin Michael. Get your votes in here tonight. Of course, that is just for fun here to kind of see, kind of give the fans something to, do, per se. But here we go. Get us going, bud.
Alrighty. Pace car getting ready to go off here. Book is going to restart this race, see when he goes. And he is on the loud pedal, green flag back out here in Las Vegas.
All right, well, as hard as they have been racing, and I don't think the extreme racing is done here tonight, by no means. We're going to give it a lap or two here, and then we'll try to do an early crank it up here. Try to do it at halfway, but, you know, as we're seeing this draft here tonight, James, is playing a big factor. I think we're going to be able to do it a couple of times here tonight. So we'll see what happens. Well, we got some action back here with Timothy Zayas, the 87 and Justin Michael Thwaites. That's back here out around 7th, 8th, and 9th. And look at that 87, boy. He is wheeling and dealing on that outside line.
Oh, yeah, he is looking strong making that outside line work.
Alrighty, folks, we're going to hit the line here, and we are going to take a lap 51, a battle potential for the lead as well, but that's teammates. They're going to work together throughout the race, but here goes GT to the inside of the 5. 5's not going to fight him off too much. He's going to let GT go around. Let's go ahead and try it here tonight, folks. Let's do a little bit of early crank it up here tonight on Max Speed TV. Alrighty, folks, back live here on Max Speed TV. Everybody's still pretty much neck and neck here tonight. Of course, our leader, GT Hawkins, up front. Jacob Manning there in second. Justin Michael in third. We got a battle 3 wide back here as they come around the 22 of Timothy Zayas. Timothy was caught on the outside line there. Got 3 wide again. A stack up here. Brendan Book, Tyler Hallman, Timothy Zayas, Michael Thwaites. Got Rob Haynes here in the mix. Garrett Grant not too far back, right there with him. Chase Johnson, David Elliott. Got Justin Wright out. And, of course, we got the 23 of Garrett Heath. That is going to round it out here for the drivers on the lead lap. But, man, let's get back up here to where the action is going still side by side. Tyler Hallman to the inside of the 12. It looks like the 5 of Brendan Book trying to make the pass there over the 22 of Timothy Zayas. And Timothy going to hold it across the stripe, man. Hey, this car punches a hole here. Big Jeremy saying GTM 1, 2, 3 tonight. And that's what he is saying. Well, I don't know. I really don't. Watching Zayas here. He's still battling Brendan Book. Gotta watch the 12 of Michael Thwaites. Let's go cockpit with Thwaites here tonight. Let's do it. Let's see here. Now Thwaites having a lift. Just a little bit. Gonna put Brendan right up ahead of Zayas. Zayas still right here. Waits. Right behind him. And another battle. Brendan Book going to the inside of the 87 of Justin Michael. Why his name is not showing up, I do not know. Eric Grant in the 24 to the inside of the 8 of Rideout. It's back here at about 10th, 11th place. 23 of Garrett Heath right behind him.
That's gonna be a battle for the 10th spot there.
Yep. And it looks like right now Rideout's got it.
Yes, sir.
And 11th now, Garrett Heath and Garrett Grant. A battle of the Garretts. Got a battle of the Garretts here tonight. And I can say that because their names are spelt the same, at least the first name anyway. Garrett Heath, Garrett Grant. Who's going to win the battle, though? It looks like the 23 is going to do it. All right, now the 24 is going to do a battle of his own with David Elliott. David coming into tonight 13th. He's only 4 behind Tyler Hallman. Tyler right now sitting in 7th. Now, here is where the math comes into play, James. I don't know if you can do it as quick as Ryan did it. But, you know, forget about the provisionals. We know that could play a factor. So, say those didn't play a factor. If the race ended now, who would make it? Tyler or David? Well, with the field we have here tonight as well, you know, 17th. Of course, you got to go by, you know, with, say, most points possible, you know, as well.
Right now, it would be Tyler Hallman. We've seen where David got into the back of Garrett, Garrett on pit road. Or when he was trying to get into pit road. So right there is incident points. I believe Tyler is free of incident points. And I believe he had a little bit of a lead going into this over David by, 4 points? So that 4-point separation there, with him running so much better. With Tyler running so much better right now.
Yeah. Tyler only had a 4-point gap over David Elliott, so yeah.
So, Garrett is going to have to, or David is going to have to finish at least 5 spots ahead of Tyler to jump him in points.
David Elliott right now back here in 13th. Now, it's still theoretically possible as we look at the battle between the 23 and 24, a battle of the Garretts again here tonight.
I take that back, actually, too, Josh, because they credited David with that caution. So he's got some penalty points coming his way for bringing out his caution.
Oh,
that's
yeah, the 40. Yeah, our
well.
fault is the 42. Yes.
So a lot to
you
take
don't
into
get penalty-
consideration when trying to figure this stuff out. To say
You
the
don't get
least.
penalty points for bringing out a caution, though. You get an EOL. Now, you get X's in iRacing.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you get penalty points for bringing out a caution.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But, you know, if that's the case, then David still has a chance. But he's got to finish, like you said. What was it? 5 positions ahead of Tyler?
So yeah, the first caution is an EOL and a 3-point penalty.
Oh, so you do get a penalty. Oh, I did not see that. Ouch.
Yep. So he's gonna have to finish. What did we say? 5 spots ahead of Tyler,
8.
plus
That'll be
3
8.
more, so
Yeah.
8 spots.
8 spots. Ouch. Now that does not, of course, count provisionals. Now we're not including those. So,
Oh yeah, a lot to consider when trying to figure these points out.
oh yeah, definitely. Now it looks like we've got a little bit of separation between the drivers here. Not a whole lot going on. Got a little bit of a gap between each and every one. Even if it's a 1/10 of a second, looks like maybe a battle here between Tyler Hallman and Timothy Zayas here. Timothy on the outside. Timothy's not going to fight him. He's just going to let Tyler go around. Now, Timothy, of course, not in the mix here. So, you know, Timothy really doesn't have anything to lose. You know, he's just out here, you know, maybe potentially wanting to grab a win, kind of to upset that playoff picture going into the chase. That could be Timothy's way of saying, hey, I'm out here, I'm racing. You're going to have to beat me to get into the playoffs. You know, that could be maybe his thought. But Timothy, of course, is going to be trying to go for the win just like everybody else.
Just because you don't make the chase doesn't mean that you're not going to go for wins and not going to try and get a little bit of bragging rights to round the season out with.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Cody Kempner out there in chat here tonight. What's up, Cody? Glad to see you, bud. Been a while.
Oh, yeah, that's a name we haven't heard in a while.
Yes, it is. Glad to see you out in chat, man. And my chat just a geek. All right, well, we'll try it again here. Not sure exactly. Everybody sees the poll out there here tonight. Right now, we have David Elliott gonna win the race here tonight. David Elliott back here in 12th. He's got a 31% lead, or the vote is 31%. Rob Haynes, Justin Michael are tied at 25%, and Brendan Book at 19%. Of course, I can't vote, which is a good thing. You know, trying to stay unbiased here. So, I don't know. I mean, right now, GT Hawkins battling here, and GT up front. He's been out here 24 laps. Got Jacob Manning there in second. Brendan L. Book there in third. Justin Michael fourth. Tyler Hallman in fifth. They're coming up around the 33 of David Weishart. A tough break for David. It's going to put him 3 laps down. Ouch, man. A tough break for him. Tough break.
Yeah, you hate to see it. I mean, but it happens, man. It's racing. Anything can happen. Yeah. I'll tell you what, man. Justin Michael in that 87 is really impressing me tonight.
Justin Michael. Where is he at? There he is. In fourth.
Riding fourth right now.
No name in the driver bar.
Yeah, he's riding fourth right now. You know, made that outside line work for him on the restart. I thought he was going to end up burning his stuff up doing that, but like we said, I mean, sitting there riding right behind these leaders right now, looking strong.
Yes, he is. Justin, of course, coming at 2 tonight, 7th in the points, plus 17. You know, with the car count here tonight, I think a lot of the drivers that are 5th through, you know, Rob Haynes, Rob is sitting right now in 7th. Bryce Sinisak, unfortunately, not making it, so that's going to hurt him, pending on provisionals. Justin Michael, we was just talking about him, sitting in 7th. Got Mike Rominger. Now, he was involved in that incident. He is back on pit road here. He's been on pit road for about almost 3 minutes. They're in 8th. Jacob Manning, they're in 3rd. Coming in 2 tonight, 9th, plus 7. Mike Rominger, plus 11. Justin Michael, plus 17. Michael Thwaites, right now in 8th. Coming in 2 tonight, plus 6, ahead of 13th. I think several of these drivers, even though we're not done with the race, I think they got a pretty good shot at making it with the car count we have. You know, 17 drivers, but
yeah. Oh yeah, it's safe to say it may not mathematically be locked in, but logically, I believe that they're.
Yeah, because you got to add in, you know, you got to add in the points. You got to add in, of course, you know, if you don't get any incidents, you get 2 bonus points right there. You know, qualifying in the top 12, and we only had 17 here tonight. You get a bonus point for that. Winning the race, of course, you get a bonus point for that. I mean, the maximum amount of points I believe you can get is, let's see here, 45 for the win. 49, I believe it is.
I think so.
I think it's 49 because it's 45 to grab the win. You get, say, 2 for 0 incidents. It's 47. Qualifying, 48. And, or qualifying top 12, 48. And then leading the most laps is 1.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think it's 49. So, really, that would have put David Weishart only 1 point out. I think David's good to go. Well, you seeing anything out there going on? I'm not.
A lot of single file. I think guys are just riding right now, you know, trying to wait till the next pit stop. Make it to the next pit stop, and then I think we'll see a little bit harder racing.
We're coming upon that window, bud. We're going to get lap 38 right now. So, lap 38 stint right now. So, we're...
well, as I say that, you got to battle for second.
Yes, we do.
Jacob Manning looking to the inside of Brendan.
All right, let's close that poll down here tonight. Let's end the poll. See what the outcome of the poll is here.
Timothy Zayas going down pit road.
All right, so we got pit stops. Zayas down. Wow, this is close. We got a tie here for who's going to win it. Brendan O'Book, David Elliott, 27%. A tie, who's going to win it between Rob Haynes and Justin Michael, 22%. That's close. I think that's the closest I have ever seen the poll since I started that. Wow. We've had 18 votes out of that poll. All right, right, Cody. We're glad to see you out there, bud. Have one on the way. I'm assuming that's what you're saying.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
you have another one on the way. Congratulations, bud. Go ahead, James.
Yeah, no, just talking about Cody. He's got a little one on the way, so congratulations to him.
Yeah. I think he's a dump truck driver. Kettner Construction or Kettner Dumping.
Kettner Boys Trucking.
Yeah. Kettner Boys Trucking. Yep. Yeah, it's been a while since I've talked to Cody.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, I'm wondering when some of these other drivers are going to come down. They've been out here 42, 41 laps here, roughly. Just a 1 lap difference, really, between the field here right now. So, you know, when do you come down? That's the thing. Do you run it out as far as you can go over halfway into this race? Do you pit early? What do you do?
Well,
Here we go. Thwaites down pit road. Go ahead, James.
With how tight these cars are getting and how hard it is to pass these guys late, how hard these guys are struggling to pass late in this run, I believe they're going to run it out and try and have as fresh of tires as possible for later in the run. You know, I think you're going to see this top 5 pack here try and pit together. I don't think anybody is going to let anybody get an advantage there. I think all these guys are going to run it out. You got a couple guys there farther in the back that are short pitting a couple laps, so we'll see how it plays out.
Garrett Heath down pit road. Looks like he's going to be off and away here. David Elliott looks like he is going to be coming down pit road as we speak.
52 is going to be coming in this lap as well as the 56.
Tyler
And the
Hallman, 87 as well. 52, Christian DeBoer, 4 laps down. Still trying to get as many positions as he can going into tonight. Let me see here. 14th, -7 behind Tyler Hallman.
Gonna have the 14 car and the 1 car pitting this lap too. Brendan Buck's gonna be able to stay out an extra lap.
GT down, Jacob Manning down, Garrett down, Rob down, Justin Michael, he's gonna be off and away, Tyler Hallman off and away, Christian DeBoer off and away. So getting a little busy on pit road. Brendan Book up front, 46 laps. He's been out here 46 laps, to be honest. Just looking at it. And it looks like he's going to come down pit road. He's got to get down there safely, and it looks like he's going to do it. What's Rideout going to do here? Rideout's going to come ride it out down pit road. He is down. So Timothy Zayas, who has pitted, been out here 7 laps. We'll see what happens after everything cycles through here.
Believe Justin Michael is going to end up with the lead.
Well, if Justin can get around, well, Zayas right now is in the lead. You know, he's been out here pitted a little early. He's been out here 7 laps. But, now 8 laps. That's going to put Justin Michael in second, but he's going to chew through it. 6 lap difference in tires between Timothy Zayas and Justin Michael. No name Michael as it is in the driver bar. Because I don't know why his name is not showing up. So as that presumes here, let's get back here to Jacob Manning, GT Hawkins, Tyler Hallman, Michael Thwaites. They're all right here together. That's actually 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and 6th, to be honest.
Ooh, it looked like GT got a little bit loose there coming out of 3 and 4.
Got cold tires. Got to get some heat built up.
Look at Timothy Zayas up there, man. Like you said, you know, he's not in it. He's not in the points, but he's definitely trying to play spoiler here tonight and steal this one away from these guys.
Yes, he is, but man, like I said too, Justin Michael kind of eating that time up, but here we go. Justin Michael's got company with Jacob Manning, GT, Tyler, and Thwaites all right there together. We've got a 5-car pack right here, and they are nose to tail. Now, if they get to racing, though, James, if they get to side-by-side racing, Timothy Zayas could potentially get a little bigger of a lead here. Now down to 2.6 seconds. It was over 3. So Justin is eating through that.
Yeah.
Oh no! The one got bumped by the 14. Oh, here we go. We're wrecking. We're wrecking. We're wrecking. There's the caution. A 152 and a 5 going to be involved in this. All right, let's go back and see what happened. I believe the 14 might have gotten into the 1, but I don't know. We'll take a look at it, and of course, we'll wait for confirmation from the admins. Had more Sean Kokorin down there. Let's see here kind of what happened. Boy, the 14 all over that. Oh, right there it was. I don't know. 1 was coming down, 14 was right behind him, but I believe there might have been some contact there. Yeah, definitely some contact between the 14 and the 1, and then right there, 1 tries to save it, but the 52 nowhere to go, slams the 1, and the 5 nowhere to go either. Man, oh man.
Be interesting to see what they do here. I know if I was out there, I would be pitting right here, feeling
Timothy,
tires.
well, he thought about it, and he's going to stay out. What? Okay.
Yeah, come down. These guys had 6 sets, what they started with, and 5 in the pits, I believe.
Yeah, no, they get, what you see in the info, 5 total sets. That's it. That
okay, so 4 in the pits.
That includes the set they start with.
Okay.
So they only have 4 sets in the pits. That's it.
Yeah, so this is what, pit stop number 3?
Timothy Zayas staying out. He's pitted twice. Looks like the others that came down, Brendan Book being one of them. Yes, that I believe is going to be 3. Chase Johnson coming out first off of pit road. So that, yeah, it will be 3. Yes. So maybe some tire strategy coming into tonight.
Well, with me not being the head of the broadcast, I can sit here and listen to the live race chatter. And Jacob Manning said that his headset wire got tangled up in his wheel, which is a reason why he wasn't able to save that. Tough luck there.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, I'm looking at the Piddly chart here tonight. At fault, lap 97 will be GT Hawkins in the number 14. Contact with the 1 of Jacob Manning. Now, that started it all. So the 14 will receive an EOL here tonight, but nevertheless, GT, he's locked in. I mean, plus 68. As long as he has not said anything bad, I think he'll be good to go.
Yeah, I haven't heard any chatter come from him. So I think he's good.
All right. Well, we're going to try to do at least one more, crank it up, but I'm looking at the tires here, and the only driver out here, which is our leader, Timothy Zayas, there is a 15 lap difference between Zayas and Chase Johnson. And I think Timothy's banking on a couple more cautions, you know, to try to save as many tire sets as he possibly can.
Yeah, it could work out. You know, we get a caution late in the race. These guys are not going to be able to make it on fuel.
Oh, no. We got, well, we're going to be coming down to 67 laps here, and it's only 38 to 44 laps, so, you know.
So. Yeah, these guys aren't going to be able to make it on fuel, so we know there's at least one more pit stop. Everybody else has one set of tires left. He has two, so.
He has two sets. Yes, he does. He just
we
got
get
to
a late
hang
race
on to
caution.
it.
He'll be able to put some new shoes on that thing, man. And
yep, and at this point, you know, not to interrupt you, but if I was Timothy, I would see how long I could hang on to the top spot, okay? Now, it looks like he is choosing the outside line, but however, he knows the driver to the inside and behind him, they've got those Mr. Feelgoods. So, if he starts to get ate up, if at this point I was in Timothy's shoes, I would just let him go by because I know I have two sets of tires left.
yeah, solid point.
At least one.
I know.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of giving away what I do here, but I know when if I'm in that position or when I'm in that position, it's happened to me a couple of times this ARCA season. I'll run these guys as hard as I can, knowing I'm on older stuff, trying to get them to burn their stuff a little bit quicker than normal to kind of even it out, because the tires do even out after a while.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'd try and pinch them off a little bit, not let them, you know, come out of the corner as wide as they'd like to. Make them use that right front up.
All right, pace car's off and away. Timothy going to be on the loud pedal. He's going to get a good jump, but I believe at this point he is going to get 8 up here, as we are going to see that 3 wide again. Up front is the 87, takes it to the inside of the 27, but the 8 to the outside. Here comes the 87 of Justin Michael, and here we go. 3 wide again back here. Is it go time?
Oh yeah, it's go time for sure. You know, this thing stays green.
Oh, back here the one, Jacob Manning, and I believe that might have been the 42, almost made contact again. Man, they are all over the place right now. They are running down Timothy Zayas. Justin Michael now to the inside. I think at this point, Timothy, he knows he has a couple of sets left. He's not going to give it to him. He's going to let him, you know, he's going to make him pass him. But Timothy, he's fighting.
Yeah, I don't blame him one bit for that. Like I said, make these guys use these tires up.
Rewind for the lead.
Man.
We're still 3 wide. Don't go 4 wide. Do not do that. You're going to kill me. 3 wide behind him as well. That didn't last long. 3 wide right there. 87 got a little squirrely. 3 wide again. They're trying to kill me. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to kill me.
And this is awesome. Look at these guys.
Timothy Zayas, yeah, he's staying high. He's just letting these drivers go by. 105 of 167. Oh no! Here we go! Oh no! Save it! Good save! I believe. Uh-oh. Got somebody across the grass there, but I believe that was the 12 of Michael Thwaites that got loose, and I think GT might have taken it across the grass.
Yeah, GT playing Lawnmower Simulator.
Lawnmower Simulator. I seen that here. Not a, it's not a sponsor here, but I seen a video of that. I do want to take a look here at what happened to Michael Thwaites here, though, and kind of see what happened to Michael, because that was a damn good save. That could have been bad. Yeah, right there it was. The one of Jacob Manning right there to the inside. He goes sideways, and I think Jacob kind of helped him. 14 helped the 1, too, to get him straight, as well as the 8. So, you know, we got some bumping and banging, and they're all helping out each other to get them straightened back out. So, you know, no harm, no foul.
None at all there.
GT playing, like you said, Lawnmower Simulator.
Cutting the grass here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Well, he's back here in 13th. He's got some work to do here to, to capitalize and to, of course, sweep Las Vegas. But they do have one more pit stop they have to make. But the top three right now, Rob Haynes, Garrett Grant, Justin Michael. They've kind of pulled away here from Brendan Book, Chase Johnson, David Elliott, and, of course, Timothy Zayas. He is kind of on those old tires here, 23 laps, 24 at this point. So, but Timothy knows he's got those sets left. So,
yeah, if I was just top three here, I'd stay single file, stay in line, and try and create some separation from the rest of the field there. Like you said, we're going to have one more pit stop, get separated from the field, pit together, and then race it out once you got some distance to be able to race without having these guys behind them sneak up on them and get in contention.
You also got to pay attention to who is saving their tires right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. We've seen that in these long runs here where guys are just picking people off left and right just because they were able to save that little bit of tire.
Mr. Curtis Vollmer out there in chat. Big Jeremy out there as well, throwing that corn out there. Oh, I know it's all in good fun. Like I said, as I always say, keep it clean. Yeah, they are looking good. Rob Haynes, Garrett Grant, looking good up front here. I still wouldn't count out anybody, though, because anything can for sure happen, as we're seeing Brendan Book here and Chase Johnson here. Brendan Book going to take over that fourth spot. David Elliott right there in sixth. David Elliott right here. Tyler Hallman, like I said, in 12th, +4 ahead of David Elliott. So, position being 5? But we need 8 for David Elliott. So, David's trying to get that 8 at this point. And right now, he is up to 5th. So, he's got that 6th. Yeah, 6 positions, I believe. Yeah, 6 ahead of Tyler. Now, he is gunning for that 5 of Brendan Book right now. Now, let's take a look at our leaders here. Rob Haynes, our favorite Canadian, Mr. Rob. Well, they want to give a big shout out to, of course, all of our Canadian friends out there and where Rob lives in the surrounding area. They did have a tornadic storm that hit that area around where Rob lives. There was some massive damage there at EF3 hit that area. Rare kind of for Canada, but they do have their storms. So thoughts and prayers goes out to our Canadian friends up north and those that have been affected by that storm. I'm a storm spotter. I keep an eye on the weather. And I do want to give that shout out. So thoughts and prayers, like I said, goes to our Canadian friend. Lap 116 here, James. These three, 1.6 seconds back from David Elliott, who is up to 4th. He got around Brendan.
Yeah, David making a strong run at it. He is not going down without a fight. We've seen Tyler got caught up in that wreck earlier, so we know he's not getting them bonus points for a clean race.
All right, well, we got, like I said, one more pit stop. Everybody kind of spread out here, though, so got a battle back here between Timothy Zayas and Justin riding it out there on the inside. I don't know what is up with his name, but I love the ride out name because There is so many puns I can go off with that name. You know, and I love picking on Justin because he doesn't take it seriously, and I'm just joking with him. But, you know, Justin, he's having a pretty good run here. Started 11th. He is currently running in 9th. Coming into tonight, though, he unfortunately, you know, mathematically out of the chase, but pending any drop weeks and all that other good stuff that they got to do. But that number 8, he's running strong here.
He's having a good run in that JWR racing, or JW racing machine.
Well, JWR racing, JW racing, whatever you say, we know the drill. Oh, we got GT and Tyler Hallman back here doing some battling. Boy, Tyler back to 12th. I think, you know, does he got damage? Is that?
Yeah, I know he got a little bit of damage. He
oh yeah, that rear end is
smacked.
Oof. Rear end in front is smacked, and that definitely could be affecting, you know, the way that car drives. He is back to 12th after starting 6th. So right now, David Elliott in 8th. That's that 8 positions we was talking about.
Yeah. Must be listening to the broadcast.
Curtis Vollmer out there. Well, Curtis is listening. He's watching. He's out there. So that's for Tyler Hallman, David Elliott. I don't know if any primetime drivers are out there in chat. We got 18 watching, 8 likes here tonight. Can we hit 10, 12 likes here tonight before the end of the broadcast? We got one more pit stop before we get to the of course, to the end. Lap of 121. Garrett Grant now up front. Justin Michael in second. Rob Haynes in third. So we did have a battle for first, but kind of, you know, that was between the top 3 here. So still right here neck and neck, though, James.
Yeah. These guys are right on top of each other. I'm curious about what Book's strategy is. You know, he gave up that spot to Elliott. Book has been one of the fastest cars all night. I don't believe he has any damage or anything. So maybe he's saving, you know, trying to get a couple extra laps out of that fuel tank. Have fresh tires there at the end.
Let's check chase view here. None on that left side, or the driver's side. Let's check that right front. Ooh, yeah, he's got a little bit on that right front here. And I don't know if it's a scrape. Might be a scrape.
Oh, yeah, you know what? He got caught up in that caution with
yes, he did. Yes.
Hallman.
Yes, he did. So it's a scrape. He's got a little bit of a right rear issue here, too. So, that could be affecting him in a way, so he's going to have to time it out perfectly.
Yep.
Eric Grant, Justin Michael, Rob Haynes, David Elliott, Brendan Book, Chase Johnson, Michael Thwaites, Garrett Heath, Justin Rideout, and GT Hawkins is on the tail of that 8. Gonna try to make the pass here. No, he's not, but GT right now in 10th.
You got the 22 and 23 coming down pit road.
22, Timothy Zayas. So you got more than that. You got Garrett Heath, you got GT, you got Zayas. You got 3 drivers coming down pit road. Okay then, 125, so 125, 35. Gonna put it at about 42 laps. Yeah, well, they can make it. Fuel-wise. Mathing with Medlock here tonight. We were mathing with James earlier, so now we're mathing with Medlock now. Well, they can make it on fuel. Tires, though. That, I think, is going to be the biggest issue, because you've got to save tires. And we are...
The 22 is the only one that still has a set left in the bank.
We're nowhere near fuel pits. I mean, we're only on step 28 here. I mean, we're looking at 38 to 44. Battle for the lead, Garrett Grant, Justin Michael. Garrett is gonna keep that top spot here. Got that run on the outside down to 3. I think Garrett has kind of figured something out here tonight. You're killing me, Curtis. You're killing me. Well, 40 to go here tonight. Let's take a look at the caution count number here so far. 3 cautions for 11 laps. We got 40 to go. 7 lead changes here tonight. There's still a lot of racing left, even though it's 40 laps. You got pit stops. You've got maybe a caution if that happens. You've got strategy. James, I mean, I still wouldn't count out anybody to win it here.
Yeah, no, it's still anybody's race. With GT and those guys short pitting, they're going to make up a lot of time here.
Hal Hallman down pit road. Sorry to interrupt you.
You're good. I'm curious to see if these guys that are up front here, this top 5, are going to have enough time to make up what they're losing right now to those guys that already pit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's tires. You know, the drivers that have pitted, they're going to burn up their stuff. You know, unless they know how to save here at Las Vegas, they're going to burn up their stuff. Now, if you know how to save, you know, you kind of hold back. You just, you know, just ride around. Don't burn it up. Then, yeah, they may have issues. But I think at this point, those that just know how to run and gun, these drivers out here, I think they're all right. I think they're okay.
Yeah.
I know Rob. I've known Rob for a long time. I've known Justin for a long time. Pretty much ever since I started iRacing. So these 2 drivers right here, second and third at this point, I would definitely watch them going ladder into the race here tonight. They, you know, they're doing their thing. Are they going to burn them up going forward? Probably so, but they're going to do it the smart way.
Oh, yeah.
So,
they're definitely going to get everything they can out of the tires.
Oh, yeah. David Elliott, I've known David since Extreme here, and I know David. David, he's a hard racer. I mean, he races his heart out every single race, and I wouldn't even put it past David to maybe squeeze, you know, something spectacular here tonight, to be honest.
It is Vegas, man. It's all about gambling. So
Yep,
we'll
Sin City. I don't think what happens in Vegas tonight, though, will stay in Vegas, to be honest.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm out of curiosity here. I'm going to take a look at where we go next week. I believe we go to North Wilkesboro. Well, yes, we do. And as a broadcaster, I don't particularly like the track. It could make for a good race. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like that track. I really don't.
Feel bad, Josh, because as a driver, I cannot stand that track. So.
I don't like Nashville Speedway, not the Super Speedway or You know, it's the regular Nashville, and I don't like North Wilkesboro. That's the 2 tracks that I cannot stand. I would rather go to Bristol, to be honest.
The short track's not the problem. It's the lack of banking there. So
exactly.
And Wilkesboro is already loose as it is. There's not a whole lot of grip on that place.
And I'm not, you know, I'm not being negative or trying to be negative to the schedule. I know they want to throw dingers into the schedule. I get that. But those tracks I cannot stand.
Yeah. No, I'm not a big fan of them, but they're definitely going to be a toss-up in points. It's going to shake things up starting the chase. So putting it on the schedule and where they put it, I think was a good move.
That's either going to make it or break it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
from a
it's kind of like a
driver's
road
standpoint,
course. Even though we got a road course, you know,
Yep.
there in the chase, it's going to be kind of like a road course. It's either
Yep.
going to make you or break you.
Yep.
One of the two.
I know from if I was a Cup guy and
David Elliott down pit road.
racing in this series, I know I would not be looking forward to the start of the chase being at Wilkesboro. So props to all the admins and everybody that made the schedule.
Oh yeah, Ed
'cause
Morris,
it's gonna
Sean
shake it up.
Kokorin, Rick Donovan, you know, everybody that approved it, got it going. I'm not downing the track, not downing the league, but I hate that track. I hate
Yep.
North Wilkesboro.
Yep, same boat.
To be honest with you, I would either be Bristol Dirt, heck, Eldora for that matter. You know, take the Cup cars to Eldora, you know.
Oh, I'd love to have a dirt track thrown into the schedule, man. Especially,
Oh,
you know, Arca runs dirt.
I would love to see the Cup cars at like Bristol Dirt, Eldora. You know, make it realistic. You know, make it to where they have a setup. You know, and you know, make it what they do. You know.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go. Garrett Grant down pit road. Here comes Justin Michael. Justin beat him to the line. Wow, the 99 as well coming down. Wow. That was amazing. Let's get off of our rants here tonight. So, you know.
Very aggressive pit entry there by Michael, but he was clean. He was not speeding according to my end.
All right. Well, we're like I said, we're not trying to be negative here. But those tracks just, yeah, they can fill them up and make a big swimming pool. There we go. We got the 24 off first. That's Garrett Grant. The 87 off second. Justin Michael and Rob Haynes off. Here we go. Jacob Manning is going to be coming down pit road here. I am wondering. See, Justin Rideout has been out here now 41 laps. He is going to stay out again. That's going to put it at 42 laps. And everything is kind of starting to cycle through here. The 99 getting around. That's going to be Rob Haynes getting his lap back the old-fashioned way. But Justin is going to have to come down here pretty shortly, and I think he's going to come down this time by. He's getting rather low here, so. And it looks like Rideout is going to be coming down. Rideout, you better not spin it. Good job, Mr. Justin. Good job. GT Hawkins probably going to come away with the lead here. We'll see here after everything cycles through. We got GT here in second. Justin on pit road. GT crossing the stripe. There it goes. GT up front. Garrett Heath in second. Timothy Zayas in third. Garrett Grant fourth. Battling here with the 87 of Justin Michael and Rob Haynes not too far back. David Elliott back here all by his lonesome here in that 42 machine. There in seventh. Brendan L. Book at eighth. Michael Thwaites in ninth. Tyler Holman rounding out the top 10. Chase Johnson there in 11th. Justin Rideout in 12th. That's where he did come out in 12th. Jacob Manning in 13th. 13th driver, the last driver on the lead lap. David Weishart 3 laps down in 14th. Christian DeBoer 5 laps down in 15th. Mike Rominger and John Sterling still on pit road. Let's get back up here to where you see some action going on. Timothy Zayas in the 22 and the 23 of Garrett Heath here. Boy, Garrett driving around Timothy Zayas. Maybe a little bit of contact. Could be a tire thing here, and they're on the same tire strategy, so I'm not sure exactly what happened there. I think it might have been some contact there, but GT 4/10 ahead of Garrett Grant, and here they come. Good Lord. Garrett, Justin, Rob, Garrett. Oh, I don't even want to know.
3 wide going into one there.
Yeah,
CT on
3
the
wide,
outside.
99, 87, 14. 14 backing it way off here. 14, though, 20 laps in. These guys are eating them up. But is GT saving? That is the thing. We don't know.
Yeah, honestly, Josh, I think he was mired back there. And after going through the grass, I think he short hit out of desperation just to try and get a couple spots. I think he's pretty much got what he got right now.
Oh, man. There we go, folks. Taking a lap on 147. Well, next time by, James, you know what that means. 1 to go. Here comes Justin Michael to the inside of a Garrett Grant. Battle for the lead. Oh, Garrett flips the wall, but he kept it. Oh, no! 24.
Great
Save it. He's going to save it. Oh, he saved it almost up into the 87, but oh, wow. Oh, 20 to go here tonight.
Right, you see Timothy Zayas back here. Running in the 7th spot, trying to hold off Garrett Heath. Looking to try to get up to David Elliott for the 5th spot. Good run here by Zayas tonight. If we get a late race caution, I believe Zayas is the only person that still has a set of tires left. So if we get a caution here in these closing laps, Zayas is going to be sitting pretty. See Garrett Heath, Brendan L. Book behind him.
All right, yep, seeing that little battle back here. And, oh, man, Justin Michael up front. We got 17 to go that time by Justin No Name Michael. I say no name because it's in the driver bar. So, Justin Michael up front. Rob Haynes there in 2nd. Garrett Grant in 3rd. We got a couple of Northern Capital Samson Motorsports drivers. And you know Rob and Garrett are going to be working together here, aside from Justin Michael. Because Justin Michael is not part of their team.
Good battle for 2nd there between the teammates, actually.
Yes, we do. Rob going to fall back a little bit, maybe saving a little bit of tires. He's going to let Garrett Grant get ahead of him. Garrett Grant coming in tonight. I think he's pretty good to go. Plus 40. I think a solid top 5 for him. I think he'd be, just solid. Even a top 10, I think it'd be all right. But right now he is sitting right there in 2nd. I think he'll be good to go. To check that penalty chart here. Trying to see if there's anything. Nope.
Interested to see if Garrett can get back up to Justin here and make a run at him.
No.
I don't believe there's any hard feelings between the two. That little bit of contact, but I don't think Garrett's gonna cut him too much slack.
Looking at it here, they're all, the top 3 is on the same tire set. 15 step run here. David Elliott there in fourth at about a 17. GT at about a 29 stint run. GT, though, getting 8 up here, I would say, with a lap driver here in that 56 of Christian DeBoer. He's been out here 16 laps. I don't think GT is going to be able to get up there with, you know, like you said, that incident there back on caution 3, a lap 97. I don't think GT will be able to sweep Las Vegas.
Yeah,
unless we get
pretty.
something major going on here. Well, with 12 to go.
Looking at the lap times of the top 2, I mean, they are dead even with each other.
Pretty much, yes, they are, yes. Garrett Grant, this time by, is a 31.043. Justin Michael, a 31.149. The quickest, though, was Rob at a 31.013.
And Rob back there just waiting.
Rob Screaming Haynes is what I like to call him. Because he is screaming regardless of what race he's in. See if there's any other battles going on, because right now these 3 are just single file. Looking back here to Timothy Zayas, Michael Thwaites, Garrett Heath. We got a 3-car pack here. That's 7th, 8th, and 9th. Back here to Chase Johnson. He's by himself in 10th. Justin Wright out in 11th by himself. Now, Tyler Hallman back here is about 0.8 of a second behind him. That's about it.
Yeah. Everybody's pretty spread out here.
Yes. Oh, no name Justin Michael up front. Garrett Grant second.
Looks like Garrett's starting to get a little tight behind Justin.
Oof.
He's getting these big runs down the straightaway, but in the corner it looks like he's really backing it up.
Maybe burning this stuff up a little bit more than he wants to.
Maybe burnt it up a little bit with that slide. But I mean, he's holding him steady, just not really gaining on him.
That right front is what you got to say. I mean,
well, as I say that, he gets a big run going into the corner.
We're talking to James Shane Wolf here tonight, folks. He's learning here, and I'm learning, you know, as, you know, I've been doing this for 5 years, and every broadcast I learn something new. So he's learning as a new co-commentator. Like I said, James, love having you up here, bud. Love it.
It's a blast. I enjoy doing it.
And it's like we talked about, it's a different perspective because
yeah.
You're calling it as a broadcaster and not, you know, as a driver or anything else. You're calling it as these guys are racing. So it's totally different. You know, you may be down there on the track racing as a driver, you get upset, you know, maybe say a few things you shouldn't say, and you get penalty points.
I'm good for that.
We won't talk about it, but, well, you know, you understand, you know, here, you know, yeah, you know, we can still get in trouble, but, you know, we call it as we see it. We don't care.
Yep.
That's why I love broadcasting, because I really don't care. You know, I don't care if I make Rob Haynes mad or Justin Michael or Garrett Grant or David Elliott. I don't care. I really don't.
I enjoy it. It's you still get the heat of the competition without being in it.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, you get to watch these guys. You get to watch the hard racing.
You get to see it as a different view.
Yep.
Yep. Well, Justin Michael taking that 4 laps to go here tonight. Let's get that halfway mark off of there here, because we're done with that. Let's get that going now. 4 laps to go. We got to talk about it. JWC, they only get 1 attempt if it comes down to it. I mean, it still possibly could. But the white flag has got to come out. If the leader takes the white flag under regulation, that's it. If a caution comes out, say now, or, you know, before the white flag, we're going to rack them up, stack them up, do it all over again, at least for 3 more laps.
Yeah. And it's going to be an interesting 3 laps if we get that far.
All right, here we go. Justin Michael coming around, taking that 2 to go here tonight. We got Garrett Grant there in second, Rob Haynes in third. 8 seconds behind third place is David Elliott there in the 42. 2 seconds behind him is GT Hawkins there in fifth here tonight. Brendan Del Book 1.5 seconds back there in sixth. Michael Thwaites 4.8 seconds back behind Brendan. Garrett Heath about 9/10 back. Timothy Zayas at about a 10th back behind Garrett, and rounding out the top 10 is going to be Chase Johnson here at about 1.8. But Justin Michael has just taken that 1 to go here tonight. I think right now Justin just has to hang on to it here. What does Garrett have for Justin Michael? You know, not stealing your thunder here, James, but I think Justin Michael is going to win it out of turn number 4. He's going to take it here tonight for JWR, winning it here tonight at Las Vegas.
Awesome run there by Justin, man. Looked strong all night. Able to seal the deal here. Good run for JW Racing. Good run for Justin. Awesome race.
Up Garrett Grant there in second. Rob Haynes in third. David Elliott in fourth. GT Hawkins will grab a top 5 here tonight. That is our top 5, but we are going to get our top 3 up here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show right after these messages from Rick Motec. Alrighty, folks, we're back live here on MaxspeedTV. We have caught up with our top 3 here tonight. Let's get down here. Let's change that view here. Let's get with our 3rd place finisher here tonight, Mr. Rob Haynes here this evening. Rob, got a copy?
I got you, Josh.
Well, Rob coming into tonight, 5th in the point standings, plus 25 over 13th. I think the solid finish here tonight is going to lock you in to the round of 12. But, man, had a couple of cautions here tonight at Las Vegas, but still, nonetheless, awesome racing and a lot of side-by-side and 3 wide here, man. Talk about it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, Josh. First, congrats out to Justin there and my teammate on the 2nd place finish. That was a lot of fun. I think Garrett and I had a good pit stop. Went in and grabbed tires there on the I guess the 2nd last caution, and it really helped. It got us out front, and we were able to keep that for the rest of the race. And man, I'm excited. That was a great finish to the preseason or the preseason chase, I guess, and carry a bit of momentum, Josh, into the chase. I'm really happy with 3rd tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I'm not going to keep you here any longer. I mean, it's 9:46 Central, so 10:46 Eastern. So, and I don't know where you're in Canada. You had some severe
Ontario
weather up there. Thoughts and prayers to everybody up there that was affected by that for sure, Rob. Hopefully you guys and everybody else is okay. Apparently you're okay, but it was rather close to you. But we go to one of my least favorite tracks to start the chase, and I think it's James's as well, North Wilkesboro.
Oh boy.
How do you feel about North Wilkesboro and the Cup car?
I don't know. We'll have to see. Get some practice in over the next week. I don't know. It's going to be tight racing, I bet. Not sure that I've raced the Cup car there, but we'll see how it goes, Josh. Experiments sometimes work, sometimes they don't. We'll find out. But hey, it's the first race of the chase. Got to give it everything, no matter what the car's driving like or what the track's like. Just give it everything going into the chase here.
All right, bud. Well, awesome job here tonight. 3rd place, man, in the Northern Capital, Samson Motorsports, and 99. Final thoughts, shout out thanks you want to give before you go celebrate 3rd here tonight, bud.
Yeah, of course. You guys at MaxspeedTV, I appreciate everything you're doing, Josh. James, I always go back and watch and listen to you guys and get some good laughs and watch the race from a different perspective rather than being in the seat. The Samson Motorsports, Curtis Vollmer, my teammates, what else? Northern Capital. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, but I
Rick
appreciate
Frank Rico.
Yeah, Rick Motec
Yeah.
Cup Series. Yeah, thank you, Josh. And
you gotta thank them.
Of course, man. They're our lead sponsor here, and I probably always forget to thank them, but I don't make it up here to talk to you very, very much. So
We won't talk about
thanks
that.
for reminding me of that, Josh. And had fun, and I appreciate everything Samson's done this year. I'm having a blast racing with these guys, and we're having some good fun.
All right, Rob. Well, I guess we will see you next Thursday night at North Wilkesboro. And yes, I'm not looking forward to that, but as a broadcaster, I guess we'll see what happens, because like you said, you gotta learn. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So
appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
Yep. Good luck, Rob. All right. Well, that is going to bring us to our 2nd place finisher here tonight. That is going to be Garrett Grant here this evening, and I believe James has caught up with him.
Yeah, Garrett, solid run tonight, man. 2nd place finish, led a lot of laps. Great finish for the whole team there. You and your teammate there, 2nd, 3rd. Talk about that race, man. I seen there late in the run, you and Justin Michael made a little bit of contact. He was able to get around you for the lead. Was that intentional, or was that his only way around you, or was that just a product of hard racing?
It was kind of intentional on my part, I guess, but I mean, it was just product of the hard racing. I knew it was going to be so cutthroat when we first put in practice here, when we were holding it wide open for like 10 to 15 laps. It was like the super speedway racing, and it was all a matter of who saved the right front the best, and that's what I was trying to do at the beginning of the race. I was seeing how much I could save tire, just kind of riding the bottom, and I felt like that first run I really started making time towards the end. Then that second run I fell way too far back, and I thought I was done. I was like I don't know, I was like 2.5 seconds back of the pack, and those guys drafting, they were just checking out on me. That caution kind of saved me, and it took out a lot of heavy hitters, and I knew that was my chance to probably take the win. And I told Rob I was gonna come in and burn our extra set that we got, even though we had like 10 laps on our tires. But I knew I had roasted them because I was trying to catch that pack or stay with them.
Mhm.
And I think that was the right strategy call for sure, because me and Rob busted out to the lead there, and then Justin was kept hanging there with us. I thought I had him once I came out ahead of him on pit road there, but I just tried to throw a little late block. My spotter said I was clear, and I should have went down immediately when he said that. But I just started creeping down, kind of for the corner, and I mean, I don't blame him for sticking his nose in there. That was on me for sure. But I knew if he got the lead, he was going to win, and that's what happened. Just another second place finish for me, kind of frustrating in a way, because I feel like I've given some away, or the season, or just luck hasn't had it out for me this season yet in the Cup Series. But
Yeah,
solid night
winless
there
on the
for sure.
season so far. But we have 5 races left. We head to Wilkesboro to start the chase. You are locked in. Like I said, winless on the season. Do you think you can change that at Wilkesboro? What are your thoughts about next week?
I hate it. I hate Wilkesboro. I've raced there a few times, and I think the track's awful. I'm not a big short track guy. I suck there, but like you said, luckily I'm locked into the playoffs. That is first race of playoffs, so I need to do good there. But hopefully my luck will turn around for the playoffs. Everything resets, so yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. But I'm sure I'll put in a lot of practice with my teammates this week. That's for sure.
Awesome, man. Well, that's about it for me. Any final thoughts, shout outs you got to give?
Yeah, gotta shout out Russ Anderson and Northern Capital for sponsoring the car. Wish I could have got him a win here in Vegas. I know Kurt loves this place, and I know Russ sells a lot of vehicles here at the Mannheim. So, but me and Rob had a damn good run for him here tonight, second, third. Can't really ask much more than that, I guess, besides a win. But and shout out to you guys for broadcasting, and Rick for putting all this on for us.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it. Awesome run tonight. Keep your head up high, man. You're up front every week. That win's coming.
Yes, sir. I hope so.
All right, Garrett. We'll see you next week at North Wilkesboro, bud.
Alrighty. Thank you, sir.
Yep. All right. Well, that is going to bring us here to our winner here tonight. The 87 track racer of Justin Michael here this evening. Justin, it wasn't without a fight, of course. Las Vegas, couple of cautions here this evening. But, man, talk about your racing, the strategy call here tonight. And, man, there at the end, the pass you made to get out front and never look back.
I tell you, it was a good race. It started out really bad though. I guess it was a glitch or something. I don't know. It made me start on pit road and got way behind there. And then the first pit stop, I guess I was kind of still fuming over that, and I missed my pit stall. So I had to drop it back again. So I had to drive through the field twice there in the first half of the race. So, but yeah, it was a fun race. I really like this track a lot, and not a big fan of the package. That's for sure. It's just Las Vegas shouldn't be pack racing, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, the couple, I don't know what, 15 laps to go there. So I got a really heck of a run going into 3, and I don't know. He came down, and it's that much to go. You're not going to really lift. And I immediately got on the radio and asked all the people in the box, I was like, listen, if that was my fault, you need to tell me now, because I'll let him back by. But they all said I should be good. So, but when he slid sideways, I kept looking in the mirror and I didn't see him. I didn't know where he was, and I just got up to the wall, and next thing I know, I hear an engine getting closer and closer to me, and I was expecting to get hit.
Go ahead. I'm just
no.
laughing.
I was just expecting to get hit, and I figured Rob was going to win the race there at that point. But yeah, I mean, just had to give him dirty air the rest of the race, and just kept him behind me.
Well, clean air. Yeah, it was pack racing here tonight for sure. I mean, the spoilers in these cars, they just open up the back end. I mean, those, you can drive right up to the driver ahead of you. I mean, these cup cars are horrible.
Yeah, for lack of better, yeah, they are. They're terrible. I like high downforce. Love high downforce, but just the drafting. I mean, it's not Daytona. They shouldn't be stuck together like they are.
Well, at a super speedway, I can understand it. 1.5 miles, yeah, that's a little bit too much. But Las Vegas, Las Vegas kind of reminds me a lot of Kansas. It can produce the same racing.
It can, yeah. Especially 1 and 2. You can get on the high side. But it seems like with the setup in these cars, and even last night in the Xfinity, you want to stay on the low side, which is completely new to me. I've never driven the low side in 1 and 2 here. I always stay in the middle. Stays better tires, but you just can't do it.
Well, we don't go to Kansas for round 1 of the chase. You are locked in, as I'm seeing it here. But we go to one of my least favorite tracks as a broadcaster, and I'm sure as most drivers here for iRacing, North Wilkesboro. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm gonna have to go buy the track. I don't even own it.
Oh,
I haven't raced that since like NASCAR 2002, 2003, or whatever it was. So,
probably in our 2003, right?
Probably. So yeah, I'll have to go buy it and run some practice laps this coming week.
All right, bud. Well, James doesn't know it, but James, I'm going to turn it over to you. Do you have anything for Justin Michael here tonight?
Not really, man. You pretty much covered everything. He ran an awesome race. I called it out kind of mid-race, Justin, about how strong you were. You were making moves on the outside. Yep. You were able to throw that car anywhere tonight and make it work, man. So congrats on the good run. Congrats on the win, and keep carrying this momentum forward into the chase here, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We're looking forward to it, and hopefully we're gonna have a good finish this year, or this season, I should say.
All righty, buddy. Well, any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate and buy the track of North Wilkesboro, get practice, like yours.
Yeah, so I tell you what, if somebody needs the track racer rig, go to trackracer.com, use code JW Racing. You'll get 5% back, and they might buy the track for me. Then you never know. So, so if anybody needs one, get on that. So, also just big thanks to Exceptional Wildlife Removal, Grip Engineering, all the guys at JW Racing who was helping out tonight, and you guys for calling an excellent race, Rick for putting on a good leg, and yeah, my friend Darren out there rooting me on as always, and got a couple good text messages from him, so I always appreciate that. So appreciate everybody out there watching.
All righty, Justin, we'll go celebrate the win here tonight. Get ready for the chase. Only 5 races and no drop weeks, so this is going to be interesting.
Going to be fun times, that's for sure.
Yes, it is. Go celebrate, bud. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, sir. You have a good one.
Yep. All right, James. Well, before we get to the, I would say, official results, we do have the update here for the top 12 here tonight that have made it in for the Rick Motec Cup Series. Top 12 for the chase. So we're going to go ahead and go down through those here tonight. Brendan L. Book, David Elliott, Garrett Grant, G.T. Hawkins, Rob Haynes, Garrett Heath, Jacob Manning, Justin Michael, Mike Rominger, Bryce Sedisak, Michael Thwaites, and David Weishart. Now, we were talking about David Elliott and Jacob Manning here, or no, Tyler Hallman and David Elliott. But it looks like we have
They actually tied, Josh.
Oh, they
Tyler
tied.
and David, or Tyler and David. Yeah, they tied. Um, Not sure what I think it came down to top fives for the tiebreaker, and David had 2 more top fives than Tyler Hallman.
Yeah, Tyler Hallman did not make it. Yes, he did. Yeah. GT, David Weishart, Brendan Book, Justin Michael, Garrett Heath, Rob Haynes, Garrett Grant, Bryce Sitasek, Michael Thwaites, David Elliott, Mike Rominger, and Jacob Manning. Oh.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Hallman, just missing it out. On a tie too. Man, that one's got to sting.
That would sting me right in the back of the spine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would hurt. All right, well, let's get down here to the official, because it is official. Let's get down here to the official results here tonight. That's going to bring us to here Justin Michael grabbing the win here tonight for the Rick Motec Cup Series Round 10, the regular season finale. Awesome job by Justin. Garrett Grant there in second, Rob Haynes in third, David Elliott in fourth, GT Hawkins in fifth, Brendan Book there in sixth, Michael Thwaites in seventh, Garrett Heath in eighth. Finish us out here, James.
And ninth, you got Timothy Zayas. Chase Johnson's going to round it out in the top 10. Followed by Justin Rideout in 11th. And then Tyler Hallman, we were just talking about him, finishing 12th. Jacob Manning, after having a strong run all night, ends up 13th after that caution late in the run. David Weishart, 14th. Christian DeBoer, 15th. Mike Rominger, 16th. And John Sterling, with some bad luck, ends up 17th.
All right, well, that is official here tonight because we did have that update here. Man, and tough break for Tyler Hallman. Oh, tough break.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I hate that for him, man. I couldn't imagine. You put the time in, work hard all season, and miss out on the chase because of a tiebreaker.
Oh yeah, definitely. Alrighty, folks. Well, that's going to do it here for MaxspeedTV here tonight. A big shout out to, of course, our admins here this evening. That's going to be, of course, Ed Morris and Sean Kokorin here tonight. A big shout out to both of them. Big shout out to, of course, Frank Rico over at Rick Motec. And thank you, as always, for sponsoring the Cup Series here. If you're in for products for iRacing, hit them up. Facebook.com/RickMotec or on the website at www.rickmotec.com. Big shout out to them. A big shout out to Rick Donathan for putting on an awesome league over here at Extreme. And James Shane Wolf, again, for not forgetting to get back in here. James, again, awesome job, bud.
Appreciate you having me, man.
A big shout out to all the fans that tune in each and every week. We do appreciate it. Well, that's going to do it here for the regular season for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. We got 5 races left here from the ARCA to the Cup for the chase. You don't want to miss it. Monday through Thursday, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, right here on MaxspeedTV. Stay safe. Thank you all and have a good night.